Ciao, lovelies. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. TGIF for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. And my day isn't even done yet. I have a friend coming from Cincinnati to visit and to pick up a plant and to hang out and get a hug. That's always fun. You know, I need to go look in the mirror before I do these things. Ciao, guys. Hope everyone is having a fantastic week so far. We are looking at a holiday weekend. So if you go out, be ready for traffic. I just went 15 minutes down the road and it took me an hour to get there and back. That's crazy talk. Today, we are going over love work, which essentially just means stuff that you can do for yourself. Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything major. These are just ideas, just suggestions that you can pull out of your pocket when you need them. Ciao, guys. Yes, I have the big one today. Let me know if you're ready for the weekend. Put hell yeah down below. I know we're all ready for weekends. Uh-oh, I'm messing with the camera. Alright, lovies. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so nobody can bug me or us. And we'll get to it. I want to go over some of these things so you have ideas of things that you can do for yourself that don't involve all the humbo jumbo self-care. This is just, I'm calling it love work because I didn't know what else to call it, but just ideas of things you can do for yourself. The first one, probably the hardest, is forgiveness. Here's what we wrote. Forgive your loved one for leaving you and forgive yourself for feeling guilty. Can you tell your spouse that you forgive them and that you will be all right? Can you tell your coworker? Can you tell whoever you need to forgive, whether here or not? If they're not here, or even, you know what, forget that. If there's someone in your life that you need to forgive, I'm going to suggest, my offer, my suggestion, my opinion, is that you write a letter to that person. Especially if it was a traumatic event and you don't have contact with them anymore, then you may just need to write a letter. But starting with writing the letter and getting out all the reasons why you haven't forgiven them, you don't feel like you should, get it all out. But after all of that's over, you can let them go. Forgiveness doesn't mean that they have to be a part of your life anymore. Forgiveness does not mean that it's better, it's just fine, it's okay, and you guys are going to move on like nothing is wrong. No. Forgiveness is something that you do for yourself. The emotions caused by somebody else choosing, and you're choosing not to forgive them, is a small power that they have over you because you're allowing yourself to feel these emotions. So what I'm going to suggest is this letter. If there's someone you need to forgive, you write them a letter. Don't have to send it. Just write it. That would be your homework if you were working with me. FYI. So forgiveness is one of the first things you can do for yourself that'll have the most impact, long-term effect, and it can release you from any negative feelings or attachments that you have to these people that you don't need to be carrying forward. Let them go. Forgive them, be okay within yourself, and then let them go. They don't deserve your future. What else we got? Laughing. Now, this is one of my favorite things. Every morning I start watching funny videos. I don't care if it's a pet video, I don't care if it's stupid human tricks, whatever makes you laugh. Try to start the day with something funny. Try to end the day with something funny. Laughter really is the best medicine for healing. By lowering your blood pressure, boosting your immune system, improving brain function, and protecting your heart. Make time to watch funny stuff. and movies or play games with those around you. Laughter can be a riot. You've been there. We've all cried so hard from laughing that we almost peed on ourselves. It happens. But laughter is one of those things, and it really has physical effects on you, and the mental effects will be even better. That was 2. 3. Water. Water has amazing effects, and it doesn't have to be some fantastic ritual that I put on for you. It doesn't have to be a big ceremony that we do. Water can be as simple as getting in the shower, and as the water washes off all the soap and all the stuff, also let it wash off all the things that happened that day. You can call it water cleansing, you can call it water magic, you can call it water exercises. I don't care what you call it as long as you're doing it. Here's an exercise you can do every time you take a shower. Imagine the water washing out your self-critical thoughts and letting them go right down the drain. Then imagine the clean water bringing you positivity as you say loving affirmations back to yourself out loud. You got rid of all the bad, now put in the good. A shower can be that simple. Just saying I love you to yourself is powerful. Finish this sentence in the shower. I am what? My go-tos are I am loved, I am enough, I am able, I can, I am. Whatever yours needs to be. When the water is washing everything off and you let the negative go and you let the bad day go and you let the bad mood go and whatever bad moments happen during your day, let them go. They were moments. They're not full hours of anguish. They're a moment that happened that you had to sit down and take care of, and then you're moving on with your life. Let water do the same thing for you. Even if you go out into the backyard and walk in your creek, let it do the same thing. The rushing water, you're pushing everything down to your feet, the water's taking it away. Let water be simple. Just keep it simple, but do these things for yourself. 4. Right now, with the pandemic, this one's a hard one. But number 4 is hugging. Hugging has been proven to release feel-good brain chemicals like oxytocin, that in turn increase levels of dopamine and serotonin, which have a calming, soothing effect on the body and emotions. If you're not able to hug someone every day, then spending time touching your own skin or just holding yourself, hands, skin on skin. Just doing something for yourself so you are getting some skin contact will help. If you have someone that you can hug every day, that would be bonus. However, not all of us can do that. So, touching your own skin, even just rubbing your legs, rubbing your arms, just feeling back into yourself and, your skin suit. So hugging and touch can be a big one. And it's something you can do for yourself. And yes, I know when I say touch yourself, there's a whole bunch of minds that went straight in the gutter. That works too, FYI. It's like a finger hug for your crotch, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but there we go. Number 5 is music. We all know. Listen to music that makes you feel relaxed and happy to experience a reduction in pain and stress. What kind of music makes you feel that way? You can play music in your car, in your office, and headphones. You can play music when you're cleaning the house, when you're cooking dinner, when you're outside playing with the kids, when you're doing housework, when you're playing in the garden, when you're playing, when you're practicing a sport or a hobby or working out. Music has all sorts of benefits. Pick the music that suits your mood. If you're in a sad mood and you need to cry it out, play some music that brings all of it up for you, and then let it go. If you're in a great mood and you want to listen to some stuff you can bop around to, turn that on. Don't turn on heavy metal if you're in a good mood, unless it's your thing. And expect to stay in that same poppy mood. It does affect you. So let music be a part of something that you do for yourself. When I go to music events, for me, it's for me to go dance and to let off some steam and to just move my body, and it's a favorite activity. I go for the people, of course, but the dancing for me, I need to get in. I need to get a couple hours in and just wear myself out, and it feels good, and it's something I can do for me. Music. There we go. Woo, buddy. Number 6 is one of my favorites, and I do go more into depth in this. However, mirror stuff. Look at yourself in a full-length mirror with unconditional love, and give yourself compliments from your head to your toes. If you feel negative about any part of your body, replace that negative thought with a positive one. For example, if you don't like how your stomach looks, see with love for all that it does for you. Because your stomach has a job, and it's doing its job well. So you can appreciate that, if not the aesthetics of it. From digesting your food, to accommodating your babies, to taking care of you and going around with you and dealing with all the stuff you put in it. I love my stomach. My stomach works hard for me. My stomach does its job. My stomach is healthy. I'm not having stomach issues like people do. So be grateful for the body part and for what it does for you, even if you're not happy with the way it looks. You are happy about parts of it, things about it, aspects of it. You don't hate the whole thing. You're not mad at your stomach because it helps you eat. You're mad at your stomach because it doesn't look the way you want it to. Those are two very separate things. Same organ, different thoughts. Start looking in the mirror. And if all you can do, look, if looking in the mirror is difficult, do it more often. If you're not happy with the way you look, then have a little chat with yourself about what's going on and how it's gotten this far. Have you smoked? Have you drank? Are you doing extracurricular drugs? Are you not taking care of yourself? Are you not eating well? What are you doing that you could change to make it different? Do you not want to look in the mirror? Because why? Why wouldn't you want to look in the mirror? This is your skin suit. This is all you've got. So one of the things you need to be looking at is getting close and personal and accepting some of the damage you've done. Accepting what you were given, accepting the skin suit that you have, and realizing that it does so much more for you than just look good or feel good or whatever your gig is. I had to look in the mirror and forgive myself and, ask my body to be like, hey, you know what? I am sorry I have put you through all of these things. I am sorry about the eating disorder. I'm sorry about some of the sexual traumas that I've been through. I am sorry that these things have happened, but I will promise, if nothing else, to take better care of you for the rest of my life. I don't have to think my body's perfect to take care of myself, to appreciate my body for the vessel that it is and for the machine it is. So if looking in the mirror is hard, try looking at it a different way. This is a machine. This is a body. This is a full, living, breathing skin suit that does stuff for you every day, every day, every day. You don't have to like the way your feet work, but imagine what life would be without them. Might want to be a little bit more grateful for these body parts that are still working for you. And if they're not working for you, and you're in the disabled box over here, or disabled category, I guess, that's hard. And I cannot empathize because I have not been in those shoes, but I can sympathize. I would suggest the same thing. Just take a good look and accept what it's doing for you now. What it might be able to do in the future, or what it might not be able to do in the future. But acceptance and seeing what you've done and knowing, all right, you know what? I shouldn't have smoked for 20 years. I did damage to my body by smoking for 20 years. That's why some of these things are wrong with me. I have to accept that I did this. I can change it or I don't. So mirror work might be one of the hardest things you do, but if you start at 5 seconds and that's all you got, the next time try 7 seconds. Next time try 10. If you need to, just start on your head. Just start on big body parts. You like the shape of your head, it holds your skull, and right now that's all you got. You might like the shape of your ears, but you don't want to look at your face, you don't like your hair, you think your cheeks are not this, and your chin's that, and everything else. Okay, fine, start with your head. Then with your torso. You don't have to like your chest, you don't have to like your stomach, you don't have to think your back is perfect. But your chest does a whole lot for you. Your torso carries a whole lot of important things. Your torso carries your heart, your organs, a whole bunch of your bones. I mean, there's good things in all of it. We just have to start switching that perspective a little bit. It's not all about aesthetics. I don't care what we've been told, it's not. Do you look at people and really say, oh, they're not attractive, I can't be their friend? No. You look at them and say, oh, I like that outfit, that's kind of interesting, I bet they're fun. Then you go get to know them. And then you decide. Appearances mean so little. So start looking in the mirror and just appreciating your body for what it does. You don't have to appreciate it what it looks like, but you do need to appreciate it as if working for you very regularly every day. You don't have to think about a lot of the things your body's doing. I'm grateful for that, because some people do. Mirror work. Best thing, one of the best things you can do for yourself. Woo, one of the best things you can do for yourself. And if you want help, let me know. That's something we do. All right. Journaling. We all know about journaling. A journal acknowledges and appreciates all the positives in our lives and focuses on what we have as opposed to what we do not have. When you acknowledge, the law of attraction will bring you more of what you focus on. It also works because a grateful person is more attractive to everyone. Part of a journal is basically you letting yourself get things out. If you had a bad day and you get it out in the journal, you feel better because you got it out. If you're not able to talk to somebody about that specific situation and you're able to still write it down and get it out of you, so it's technically still sharing because you wrote it, it helps. What this also does is allow you to go back in 6 months and say, wow, I can't believe I was feeling that way. Or I'm so glad I don't feel that way anymore. I still feel this way. I really need to look into this. This is not okay. I shouldn't still feel stuck 6 months later. It's all right. It's all right. Journaling, if you don't want to journal, that's fine. A lot of people use their notes on their phone and they just leave little voice notes every day on their calendar. So they can go back in a year and say, okay, for this week, these are the things I was feeling. And they just listen to their stuff. It is a very good tracker of where you are and how you're feeling and things that are important to you at that time. Don't know if you've ever had a journal, but always when I go back, the things that were so important that I blew up in my journal were never as important when I went back. I was like, I was mad about that. That bothered me so bad that yeah. Don't lose a day over something that is unnecessary. Don't lose an hour over something that is unnecessary. All right, this one's kind of personal, but I'm adding it in. Number 8, which is where we are. Have a dialogue with a body part where you feel pain. It is important to become aware of where emotional pain resides in your body because the location may hold the key to releasing the pain. Approach it like any new relationship and ask questions to get to know it better. Like, what do you need to feel more relaxed? Your body never lies to you, so listen carefully. If your body says it needs to take a nap or a warm bath, then act on them before you ask your body any more questions. Give your pain an identity and talk to it with empathy, trying to make friends instead of hide it. I have chronic pain. It's never going away. I have myofascial pain throughout my muscles, and I have other stuff in my bones, so I am constantly on about a 7 on the pain scale. When my body, or a part of my body, says sit down, I do it. When a part of my body says, you can't do this, I don't. When my shoulders are tensed up and I'm starting to get a migraine and I need to go take a minute by myself and relax and let the blood start flowing again, I do. If my body says you're done for the day, I know one of my signs is if at the end of the day I'm holding stuff and I'm dropping it because I can't keep a grip, I'm done. Instead of getting frustrated and trying to make myself hold on to things, I know that's my body's sign that I need to stop working. I need to stop whatever I'm doing and rest. And you know what? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been in a much better mood the last few years. That's part of why. Part of loving me is accepting that I can't do everything I want to do, accepting that that's pretty much impossible because I'm a perfectionist, but also allowing my body to tell me what it needs and what it doesn't need and what I can do for it. That's it. That's it. Just having that conversation, trying to figure out where it came from, my 5 whys again. Ask the pain what it needs, and then once you give it what it needs, start having a conversation. Why does it hurt? Why? 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 Bet you by the end you come up with the reason. Number 9. We are looking at a love letter. These are a favorite. Nobody writes anymore, and that's very sad. Whoa, go back. One of the most loving solutions for a broken heart is self-love. You guys know this. When you hurt, the best thing you can do is give to somebody else or give to yourself. Those are the 2 best things you can do to get over heartbreak. I want you to write yourself a love letter. It will help you see yourself as loving. The most powerful way to accept, validate, and empower yourself is to show yourself love. It's to show yourself what you think of yourself and to make it positive, forward-moving, and actionable thoughts. Write down every little thing that makes you unique and worthy of unconditional love. Everything that you think, that you know, that you believe about yourself that makes you worthy. People, you may have questioned why you weren't loved, or questioned why someone didn't love you, or why they weren't able to love you the way you needed, or why they couldn't love you any better than they could. It's because they don't know how. So let's start with ourselves. Oh, I'm going to break in. Let me just say the whole you have to be perfect yourself and blah, blah, blah to get into a relationship is BS. You can absolutely get into a relationship and the 2 of you learn together and grow together and meld together and achieve together and do all these things together. That's part of a relationship, people. So don't let anyone ever tell you that you have to have your ducks in a row before you get into a relationship. Part of what that relationship is, whether it's friends, family, your siblings, your children, whoever, is each person in your life is going to bring out something different. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. But every relationship that you get into is going to give you new points, new faults, new strengths, new weaknesses, new everything. So don't ever think that you're going to find everything about yourself and then you're done and now you've done all the work and so they need to do the work. Never gonna happen. Every single person you deal with is going to teach you something different about yourself. And you need to see it as such. It's not them. It's you. Why did you let this go on for so long? Why did you allow someone to treat you this way? Why did you stay when you know you shouldn't? All these things. Whys. Whys are good questions. But I need to get back on track. I know this is going over 5 minutes and I'm sorry. But writing a love letter to yourself and admitting to yourself that there are actual reasons somebody might love you. That might be hard. Just 1 or 2 might be hard. And that's fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, you are lovable. You are fantastic. You are awesome. And you are loved. And something you may not know is that you are way more influential than you think. Number 10. Our last one. If you're excited, let me know in the comments. The last one is creative visualization. Now, I wrote down, create a vision board with pictures of the kind of life you want in order to be happy, healthy, have peace of mind in the future. Ask yourself, how do you see yourself? Who are you with? What are you doing? Where are you living? What are your hobbies? What kind of relationship are you in? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of pet do you have? What kind of person are you? What are your characteristics? Visualization is sitting down and thinking about what you want. That's the bare bones of it. My latest visualization, and the one I'm going to keep talking about until it happens, and then probably even after, my lake house. Once I get everything squared away and I'm financially stable again, because COVID sucked, I'm buying a lake house. I want a sandy beach, and I want water I can get in. I don't care if I can't have a big old boat. That's fine. I don't even have a boat, so who cares? But when my visualization, I go to my lake house. I smell the fresh cut grass. I feel the sand in between my toes walking into the water. I can hear the wildlife around me. Visualizing what you want. I see myself when I'm older as I'm going to have a full head of white hair and probably a stupid brown streak somewhere, because that's the exact opposite of what I grew up with. Brown with a white streak, so I figure I'm going out white with a brown streak. So that's how I see myself. I see myself wearing flowy things and walking around the water and having a little place to go, and that's my visualization. I see myself as being kind and thoughtful, more patient. These are things that I want for me in my future. So when I sit down, I get creative. I'm not real big on cars, so like I want a black Avalanche. That's what I want. That's not hard to visualize. So I can sit down and pretend I'm in my truck. I see the console. I'm opening the windows. I'm dropping the back. I got the radios on. I can feel the wind in my hair. Like this is just me playing pretend. Remember how happy you were when you were a kid and you played pretend? Let's do that again. How about that one? So visualization. Whether it's something that you want that's tangible, whether it's something you want that is a characteristic, whether it is something that you want in your career, as a family, for your friends, for the greater good in general. Simply visualizing it on a regular basis is going to put it right in front of your face. And the more you focus on that, the more you're telling God and the universe that that's what you want. And then they can get to work. But you've got to know what it is you want before they can give it to you. Think about that one for a sec. Anyways, not sure how long I've gone. Probably a minute, because there was 10 of these things. I'm trying to get better. I need to do shorter, like 1 point at a time, so I can really dig into one at a time. However, feedback would be amazing. On that note, I will let you guys go. I hope you have an amazing, amazing weekend. From my face to yours, I love you. Ciao.